Good Monday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm your meteorologist, Jesse Peterson, and let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Monday. Starting off, what is going on right now throughout the entire state of South Carolina? Well, right now, if we go in and look, for the most part, it's dry. We have some gray area up here, which means that, there may be some moisture, but it's not really hitting the ground. So it's not enough to necessarily precipitate any sort of rainfall. If we go on and look at what's going on throughout the entire U.S., we do in fact have some rainfall going on all the way throughout Tennessee, Kentucky, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. Some snowfall going on over here in Indiana, Ohio, as well as inside of Virginia, West Virginia. Some rainfall, snowfall going on in Nevada, Wyoming, going on in Oregon, and then maybe even for the most part, some rainfall activity more in the Pacific Northwest areas, but for the most part, dry. As we go and look at our cloud cover, looks like right now cloud cover is going over the entire state. Looks like everybody right now is receiving some sort of cloud cover activity. And if we go in and look at that cloud cover for the future, you can definitely see that cloud cover activity will continue. We go all the way throughout this morning, going into the afternoon. Things may try to clear up a little bit on the western side, but for the most part, cloud cover will continue all the way through. Here's 8 p.m. right here, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 12 a.m. We have some clearing going on in the low country areas, maybe the coastal Grand Strait areas. But for the most part, it's staying cloudy. Current temperatures right now, you have around a good 52 in Somerville, 54 in Charleston, as well as 55 in Beaufort, 55 Hilton Head, as well as 53 in Orangeburg, 55 also outside of Aiken, and 52 in Columbia and Sumter, 53 Georgetown, and 52 in Murray's Inlet, 51 Myrtle Beach, and 50 in Conway, North Myrtle Beach, 50 inside of Florence, and 48 in Hartsville, 47 in Bennettsville, as well as 50 in Lugoff, 50 in Newbury, and 52 Anderson, Clemson, 49 in Greenville, Spartanburg, and 47 in New York and Rock Hill. Air quality for today looks like for the most part that we are mostly inside that moderate category. There is a little bit of, some good spots here and there, but for the most part, a lot of us are inside that moderate category. High temperatures for today. You have around a good 52 in Spartanburg, 52, Rock Hill, 53 in Greenville, 56, Anderson, Lawrence, Newbury, 59 inside of Columbia, and even around a good 57 in Sumter, 60, Kingstree, 60 also inside of Georgetown, 58, Myrtle Beach is 63 in Moncks Corner, 65, Barnwell is 67 in Walterboro, 63, Hilton Island as well as a good 63 also up there near Aiken. Winds for today, for the most part, winds look like it's going to be around a good 5 to 15 miles per hour. Maybe even a little bit higher in some spots. So around 5 to 15-ish. And then wind gust will be up to around a good 10 to 25. That's what we're looking at in terms of wind gust for today. So make sure that you are paying attention for that. And then in terms of our rainfall is not expected today, so we're good here. So do not, expect any sort of, I should say, accumulable precipitation, because rainfall itself is potentially possible, but rainfall with accumulation, that's definitely not possible. Now for the crazy score. If you have no idea what the crazy score is, it is a score that we see how crazy the weather is throughout the entire state of South Carolina, and right now we're at a 10. Why? Well, it is because, number one, even though there is going to be some cloud cover here and there, there's going to be some clear spots, so I think that may bring it down a little bit. It's going to be some morning fog, but it's not going to be, too bad morning fog. Very warm temperatures today. Winds, for the most part, going to be around 5 to 15 miles per hour, like I said. And then for the most part, it's going to be mostly dry for a lot of us. SPC outlook for today, no thunderstorms are expected, no fire weather, no excessive rainfall, so we're good here. And so as we go in and look at the models, we're going to start off here at 8 a.m. As you go ahead and push this forward, you can see that we definitely don't have any sort of precipitation falling as we go all the way through. Here's 8 p.m. I mean, still no precipitation. This is not what we were seeing yesterday. Last night we were seeing potentially some shower activity at this time. Now we're not really seeing too much of it until we get to around 9 to 10 p.m. And it's like isolated shower and like drizzle activity up there in the upstate, parts of the Midlands as well, all the way to 11 p.m. and then even to around 12 a.m. on Tuesday. So, things look like for the most part, that most of that rainfall activity is going to happen a bit later, and it's not going to be a whole lot. Not going to be a whole lot at all. But that's about all that I have to say there. So I believe that is about all that I have to say here. So make sure if you've not hit the like button yet, go on and do so. Also make sure that you go on and hit the subscribe button. We are at 712, trying to get to 800. Also, go on and hit the share button. Share with your friends, your family members, your acquaintances, people that you don't even talk to regularly, or people that you don't even like, because it helps the channel grow. And not only does it help me out, but it also helps y'all out as well with getting out more content and getting out better content. The more support that I get. So that's all that I have to say. Make sure that you tune in tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. for your Monday evening forecast update. Also tune in tomorrow morning for your Tuesday morning forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Monday, and make sure you hit those 2 buttons before you leave.